we have about the story, My Son the Fanatic.
Okay, characters. The characters are Ellie, who is the son. He is a teenager. He's about 17 or 19 years old. He goes to college and he gets straight A's. He is slowly becoming a radical at the English way of life. Ellie goes to the local mosque to pray. He throws everything away except his prayer mat, because that's what he believes in the right thing. Then we have Praise, who's the father. He is about 30 or 40 years old. He drives taxi and he is from Pakistan. We meet him in the start of the story. He's really close to his son. They are like brothers, and not father and son. Then we have Bettina, who is a prostitute, and she talks a lot with the father, and he is also coming to her when he thinks his son is on drugs. And she seems really understanding. And then there is Ali's mother. She is a flat character. She's also from Pakistan, and we doesn't hear a lot of her. She's only with tries in the story. Then we have the father's friends. We hear about them. We hear about two of his closest friends when he thinks Ellie's on drugs, and they tell him what to do and what they would have done if it was their son. Okay. The plot, Ellie is the son of Parvez, and Parvez starts to notice that his son are changing in his behavior. He starts getting tidier and throwing everything with value away. Parvez works as a taxi driver. Like most of the drivers, he is Punjabi, and when he starts telling his colleagues about Ali's sudden change in behavior, they're sure that Ali are addicted to drugs. Parvez also discussed the problem with his friend, the prostitute Bettina, and Ali also starts growing a beard and he starts praying 5 times a day. The father wants to know why his son is changing, so he invites him to a restaurant where they talk. They end up having a huge fight, and Ellie shows disgust of his father because his father gambles and drinks. Ellie also tells the father that he thinks that the family is too implicated in Western civilization. And in the end of the story, the father ends up beating him. The story is chronological, except from one flashback where the father is thinking back at his childhood.
It all happens in England. Sometimes we are in the house, and sometimes we are driving around in the city, and once they are eating at a restaurant. We hear that it is raining when Parvez is picking Bettina up after a restaurant, and Bettina is wearing a short skirt, so I don't think it is winter, but it could be any time of the year. We are in modern times. There are cars and television and video and a sound system, so it could be today. Then we know it is hard-working people, and they are not that rich, so it is under the middle class and working class. The father is from Pakistan, and he was used to read the Quran and don't drink alcohol at all. And now he's more English, but we still hear about papadam, which is a cake from Pakistan, so there is some kind of conflict between the two cultures. The atmosphere is bad all the way through the story. It begins with nervousness and it ends with anger. Then Ali's room is described in details, and therefore we know there's something wrong with him, but the rest of it is described, it isn't described that much, so we don't actually know how it looks like.
The story is in third person
suspected third person. Feelings and thoughts from the father are the only ones we have access to. The point of view tells us a lot about the boy's actions and the father's thoughts on it. When the father tells his colleagues about his son, he uses direct speech. We don't get a lot of direct access to the son.
The themes in the story are religion, radicalization, education, and working class.